Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's a Scarlet Hollow day. Hi, pal. The executive producer is here. Say hello. I hope you are all doing well on this Thursday. I'm going to take this opportunity, and I'm going to bring it up again at the end of the stream as well. But this weekend, the 17th. Oh, well, I'll distract myself first. Bye. These are from Annie Danny. Yeah. Come on. Man, you... Brother, you're killing me here. It's like you don't want the treats. But you really do. Anyway, as some of you may have seen from the start of the splash screen, this weekend I will be doing a fundraising charity stream celebration of my 1-year anniversary of streaming. And I will be doing a 9-hour stream of 9 Souls. A game that I really like, Metroidvania, parry heavy, combat focused kind of deal, but beautiful art and a very cool story in my opinion. So come hang out. We're going to be doing a charity fundraiser for the American Foundation for Alzheimer's. Or the Alzheimer's Foundation of America. Sorry, I got that flipped. But yeah. I hope to see you there if you can make it. For any time, we're going to be going from 9 a.m. Pacific to 6 p.m. Pacific. So come on down and hang on this Sunday. I'll bring it up again as we're closing. But for now, I think let's pop on over to the game cam. He wants the treats. He just likes the game that you play to get him to them. Yeah. Don't you, you little shit. Stop looking at them. You'll get more. Yeah. So, last time, we made it into town for our aunt's funeral. We met our cousin, who's kind of a bitch. We met a friend who is a cryptid hunter, Stella. We can speak to animals, so we met several other friends. Dustin, the possum who lives in our dresser. Frou, the cat that lives with our cousin who hates us. And Gretchen, our new friend Stella's pet pug, who is 17 years old. An ancient beast. We went with Stella out into the woods, searching for shitty Bigfoot, aka the skunk ape. We did not find the skunk ape. Instead, we found... first we found an old man named Duke. He told us to go home. We didn't. And we found little Crebuses, and they grabbed Duke and Gretchen. We elected to save Gretchen because, of course, I'm gonna save the dog. And then Duke shot himself. And we left. A man is dead, and we left. So, without further ado, let's get on back. So we were running away. Monday, road, Duke dead. Oh yes, we just got 13 text messages from our cousin. Yikes, Tabitha's been blowing up my phone. I guess she must be worried about you. My friend's mom knows about all sorts of supernatural stuff. And she's usually up at this hour. Maybe we should head over to her place. Don't worry, it's on the way back to the estate. I should check in on Tabitha. I think you'll be feeling better as soon as you have some tea. Besides, I know I wouldn't want to head up that mountain road by myself after everything that happened tonight. Well, with all the there's no such thing as mountain lions from the first part, I'm kind of hoping that every paranormal / horror thing that happens is actually just mountain lions. Yeah, that talking deer, mountain lions. Ooh, didn't mean to save a screenshot there, but... I really should head back. But... Okay, if you're sure. I won't stop you if that's what you really want. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, we're in this together. Yeah, we are. Stay safe, buddy. Good luck, Ark. As far as you know, those creatures from the woods have infested these trails as well. But it's too late for you to turn around. You'll either make it back to the estate or you won't. Oh. You turn to see a shadowy figure, a miner's jacket, staring from the path behind you. You didn't hear it approach. Welcome home. Oh, I keep hitting S for screenshots. No. Bye. Run. Gone. Without a word, you turn and bolt away from the figure, sprinting for longer and farther than you thought possible. Yeah, fuck that, actually. Your salvation in sight, you make a mad dash to the door. Try the door. Where the hell have you been? I got an achievement called Good Cousin, and episode 1 of The Estate. The miner on the road back home. There was this miner on the road back home. Called me out by name and everything, scared the shit out of me. Do you know what's going on there? It's a mining town. Of course miners walk around in these woods. And of course people know who you are. We don't get a lot of visitors in these parts. I saw horrible things tonight. I went to this woods with this girl I met to find some cryptids, and a lot of really terrible things happened. So you met Stella, then. That explains everything. And she's gotten you all worked up. I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Good night. You're alone in the estate. The sound of the wind whistling through the house gives you an uneasy feeling in your gut. It's probably best to turn in and try to leave the night behind you. You thoughtlessly stumble into your room, and before you even fully realize you're there, you've already collapsed onto the mattress, exhausted. From the relative safety of this uncomfortable bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else, though you can still clearly picture the terror that you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe and you're warm. Eventually, the sun will rise and chase away the monsters and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in the normal world and have a boring week in the mountains with your sour-faced cousin. It's a nice thought, but deep down you can't help but worry that things will only get worse. I watched a guy get his head blown off. Don't care, EP, night. Well, I guess I didn't open with the most, horrifying shit. I just was like, I saw some terrible stuff, and she's like, I don't want to talk about that. Goodbye. Thanks, Tabitha. Yo, there's freaks in these woods. Dustin will keep me safe. My boy. My best friend. Someone is crying in a basement. There appears to be a blood stain on some carpet somewhere. Alpacas. And a burrow with a Crebus in it. Big pumpkin. The mine! They called it a mine. A mine! Tabitha's the scary one, and she's locked to the basement, and this is the sad one. Oh, easy. Hey, that door's got a lot of locks on it. That's a lot of locks. Title drop. This is the end of episode 1. Episode 2 awaits. If you'd like to continue with this world state in episode 2, please save your game now. Yes. Yes, I would. Would you like to see a recap of episode 1 before you start episode 2? No, I'm okay, because we just did that. But I appreciate it. You open your eyes. The sun has risen. The birds are singing. You are still alive, and for now, you are safe. Your gaze wanders across the room to the window and the woods beyond. You wonder if the monsters are lurking there right now, just beyond the trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the crumbling estate. A familiar unease settles into your gut, tangling into a knot of anxiety, wriggling as the events of last night play out in your head. You can't help but remember Duke, slumped against a tree, pieces of him scattered across the clearing. You're not sure if you'll ever feel okay again after what you've seen, but you can't stay in bed forever. Hunger pulls you from the clammy depths of the mattress. Note: you can refresh yourself on the events of the previous day by using the journal icon in the quick menu. Hey, Scoop, welcome in. Check on Dustin. You open the drawers to check on Dustin. Oh, good, he's still here. Human is back. Good morning, Dustin. How are you today? Dustin, feel good. Have productive night. I see you have a bread now. Yes. Dustin found a bread. Dustin also ate a bug last night. Good night for Dustin. Have you met Frou Frou? Monster. Can I talk to you about something horrible that happened last night? Human can always talk to Dustin. What happened? The woods are full of big, scary monsters. Dustin understand. World is full of big scaries. When Dustin gets scared, Dustin pretend to be dead. Good advice for human, maybe. Can I have my clothes back? These Dustin's clothes now. No give back. Dustin bite if tried to take. What if I ask nicely, though? Oop. Dustin bite. Dustin have big teeth. Back off. They're not worth it. You back off before the little opossum can follow through on his threat. You aren't in the mood to catch whatever weird disease opossums in North Carolina might carry. Good. Dustin not want bite, but Dustin will bite. It was nice to catch up, Dustin. I'll see you around. I'll leave you be.
Okay.
You gently close the drawer. Let's look at the closet again. Great! The doll didn't move during the night. Possums actually don't carry many diseases. That's fair. Who knows what Dustin has, though? We don't know what he gets up to. Maybe it isn't haunted after all. Though after everything you went through yesterday, that's hardly consolation. Look out the window. You creep towards the window, careful not to be seen by whatever might be lurking in the garden. Ark, why have you been wearing the same clothes for a week? My other clothes belong to Dustin now. Who? For a second, you thought you saw movement. It could have been an animal. It could have been something else. Whatever it was, it's gone now. Maybe you'll head out there and investigate after you've finished waking up. Get dressed and head down to the kitchen. Time to start the day. You're back in the kitchen. Frou-Frou eyes you from her favorite spot on the counter. Her pupils dilate and her tail twitches. I see you are still here. How unfortunate. Gretchen sends her regards. Inform Frou-Frou that Gretchen still draws breath. C'est celebre vite toujours. That creature has not yet returned to whatever vile pit of hell it crawled from. Merde. Truly ours is not a kind god. Excuse me, ma'am. May I pet you? I believe we have been over this. That filthy pair of hands will not befall my fur. Hey! You sure took your time getting up. It's like 8 a.m. I had a really rough night. Can you cut me some slack? No. It's not my fault that Stella got you all worked up, and I'm late enough as it is, so listen up. I wanted to make sure I relayed this message in person in case you decided to ignore my texts again. I don't want any repeats of last night. From now on, no running around in the woods after dark. It's dangerous out there. You could fall down a cliff, you could get stuck in a hidden cave somewhere. You get lost in the woods and never be found. Just because nothing happens here doesn't mean it's safe. And just because Stella spends a lot of time in the woods doesn't mean she'll keep you out of trouble. I just want you home by sunset from here on out. What is up with you and Stella? We just have a history. That's all. I don't need to explain myself to you. Something happened. Right, like, dude. Yeah, exactly. Wait, what? Listen, I'm sorry about what last night, but what you're doing is unacceptable. You don't get to set a curfew for me. Whatever. Just stay out of trouble and we can deal with this later. I'm late enough as it is. I'm going to work and I expect to see you here at sunset. Tabitha takes a few steps towards the door. Sunset! Your cousin huffily exits the kitchen. Her footsteps fade down the hall, ending in the characteristic creak, then slam of the front door as it opens and closes behind her. Once again, you are the only human in the estate. It seems you make a habit of bad first impressions, no? The cat chuckles mockingly. Time to start your day. Well, I mean, obviously we make a PB&J. You know, oh god, that is probably a good idea. I'm not gonna just sit here and wait. If I'm gonna be here... Oh, Tabitha knows about the creatures because they came from the mine. That's a reasonable guess. Yeah. I bet she knows about the creatures. Whether or not they came from the mine, I'm not sure, but that's a good guess. Let's make a PB&J. It's always good to be armed. You quickly scrape together the ingredients and gobble up a delicious breakfast. And that's that. Let's investigate the garden as well. The day you don't make a morning PB&J is the day you don't come back. It's always the fucking mine. Yeah, it is always the fucking mine. You are right there. As your eyes wander to the garden door, you shudder, remembering the brief glimpse of something you saw from your upstairs window. It was probably just a raccoon, but the uncertainty of what you saw gnaws at you and compels you to investigate. If only to prove that it was nothing. At the very least, you don't see anything now. Investigate further. You wander further into the garden, trying to pinpoint the spot where that thing had been lurking, if indeed there had been a thing to begin with. Take it all in. Balrog in the mine. The Balrog Morgoth. Tabitha is a mountain lion wearing a human... Oh, it all makes sense. Annie Taney's cracked it. Mountain lions came out of the mine. The garden is peaceful, but undeniably eerie. Here, more than anywhere else, you're surrounded by the ghost of what this place used to be. A greenhouse sits in the midst of the overwhelming greenery, unreachable from years of neglect, its glass colored, clouded, and cracked. Statues reach out from within seas of weeds as if begging to be rescued. And most strikingly, behind a pair of rusted metal gates at the very peak of the mountains, it's a graveyard. You can just make out a few of the headstones, the scarlet name carved deep and proud into their faces. You notice what a good view someone would have of your window if they stood where you're standing right now. Check the ground for clues. You crouch down, pushing aside the greenery, and examine the soft earth. A boot print. A big boot print. And what looks like some kind of viscera. Your thoughts turn to the specter from the night before. You snap a quick photo just in case it comes in handy later. With that, you head back inside. Time to figure out what to do with the rest of your day. After last night, you should make things up to your cousin. Screw going to town. Try to clean the guest bathroom instead. If you're going to have to... The most fun move is not to play. Refusing the call. If you're going to have to keep using that ungodly bathroom, you're going to at least make sure the surfaces have been bleached. Listen, this place is a fucking nightmare. I need to fix it. You scrounge for cleaning supplies, finding a few dusty containers and spray bottles, none of which you recognize. They all feel like antiques, but they're the best you have. Armed with a rag and a trash bag, you set to work. It is a monumental task, and it nauseates you to think just about how many years of caked-up dirt, grunge, and former fluids you have to scrub away to return some semblance of normalcy to the bathroom. That might be as much as you can do without a pressure washer and renovations. But at least taking showers here won't make you feel dirtier than when you started. But your admiration of a job adequately done is interrupted by the sudden, heavy thunk, thunk, thunk of a metal door knocker, the sound seeming to reverberate its way down your spine. Someone is at the front door. Before you get the chance to decide whether or not to answer, it opens. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't scare you. My name's Sybil. I'm a family friend. Just thought I should stop in and check on you. Stella came to my tea room last night. She told me about what you saw out in the woods. And she showed me her footage, too. I brought some fresh tea. Let's settle in somewhere and
talk.
You and the old hippie make your way back to the kitchen. She gives one of Tabitha's few mugs a thorough rinse before pouring you steaming tea from her thermos. The smell is amazing. A nostalgic, earthy odor reminiscent of fall, as if it were brewed with autumn leaves. Congratulations on your snuff film, I guess. You said you were a family friend.
That I am. I used to know Vivian, in fact, before she left town. Maybe if you find yourself with time to kill one of these days, I could tell you unsavory tales of her youth. I was a little less close with Pearl Ann, but not for lack of trying. She was quite the character, bless her, and may she rest in peace.
Take a sip. You take a sip of tea. It tastes not unlike a rotten log, but somehow it isn't unpleasant. Like you're tasting a hike through dawn-dampened woods. It leaves a refreshing, citrusy aftertaste, like a cool breeze sweeping the leaves from the path the tea left on your tongue.
I hope you like it. This is my new chaga and lemon balm blend. I love experimenting with local ingredients.
Is there any news about Duke?
His family has been notified. That's as much as I know. Poor Duke. He was a good man. I know what you two went through. And I know what you saw. Those things are real.
Oh, hot damn, Twitch did not want me to log in. Oh, no. Oh, he's dead, yeah. Oh, Twitch. Twitchy fools.
Those things are real. Neither of you imagined them. And they're certainly no ordinary creatures. My grandmother called them ditchlings, and they're a terrible omen. A sign of great suffering and destruction to come. I've told Stella and my daughter Kanika what I know, though, and I'm afraid that's not much.
How do you know all this?
People tell stories, and I listen. Granted, it's not every day you meet someone who's seen a ditchling and lived to tell the tale, so I suppose I should count myself lucky to know about them at all. And you should count yourself lucky, too.
What kind of destruction are we talking about here?
If you'd seen just one or two, I'd say it could be a bridge collapse, a bad accident, something tragic, but not devastating. But this many, multiplying like they are, I couldn't tell you.
So they're dangerous? Are they going to start attacking people?
I think you misunderstood me. They're not dangerous on their own.
Yeah, tell that to Duke.
Think of them more like birds, flocking before a storm. They're neither a threat on their own nor the cause of what's to come, merely a sign that things are not as they should be. What happened to Duke was an unfortunate accident and nothing more. A consequence of the three of you seeing something you weren't meant to see.
There was a man on the way home last night. I don't know if this is something you'd know about, but when I was on my way home last night, there was this man in the road. It was dark, but he had a miner's jacket on. He knew my name, and there was something off about him.
Oh yes, that would be Wayne, probably. He's a bit of an adult local. You don't have to worry about him. He's harmless, just very sick.
So they occupy the same cryptological niche as Mothman? Seems like it.
But do let me know if he bothers you again, dear.
What can we do about stopping what's coming?
I'm afraid I don't have any good answers to that. But I suppose the best we can all do is stay close to our loved ones. I'd say that would mean Tabitha should try to stay here with you, spend some time with her only living relative while she can, but I get the feeling that she cares a little too much about her work to let herself leave it for that long. You could always go to her. Maybe that would bring her a little joy, even if she might struggle to admit as much. I'm going to sip my tea in silence. You sip your tea in silence. I'm sorry, dear. I worry that I've done nothing but scare you. But I couldn't rest knowing that I hadn't been able to pass on some kind of warning. Even if I'm not quite sure what I'm warning you about just yet. There is a sound somewhere above you. A creaking floorboard betraying a shifting presence. There is something in the room above you. Dustin! You heard that too, didn't you? You know, dear, I was planning to stop by the mines for a quick chat with your cousin. Maybe it would be a good idea if you came along. I don't like the thought of you being alone in this big house. Not with the town the way it is right now. There's another creak from above. Leaving suddenly seems like a very good idea. I was kind of hoping to go back to town, but if you're already going that way, I guess I can do that after seeing Tabitha. Wonderful. Let's go. I hope Dustin is ensconced. He's got a nice little nest. He's in his little safe space. Dustin will be safe for sure. I'm not alone. There's Frou and Dustin and the roaches and who's ever in the basement, and neither of you waits around to see if the sounds will continue. You quickly make your way back to the door and out into the inviting autumn air. You are once again surprised by the freshness of the mountain breeze, your lungs having grown accustomed to the stale, dusty air of the estate, not realizing how much they were being suffocated. If Dustin dies, I will cry. Me too. I'll openly weep live on stream. He's my son and my boy, and I will do everything to protect this idiot. At least it's a pleasant day for a walk. There really is nothing like the mountains in autumn. There is something comforting about the woman's presence. She exudes a warmth. Her smile feeling like a kindly approval, even though you feel you've done nothing to earn it. Were you born here? How did you wind up in this town? My family has been in these hills for generations, possibly even longer than yours. I married into the general store, though. Before that, we were just your standard hill folk, kept to ourselves, fended for ourselves. I don't know what I returned to. Laptop went down immediately, but you should always touch the forest witch. She seems legit so far. She's a little cryptic, but not in a threatening way. That's why I know so much about the local flora. That kind of knowledge was vital for all the generations that came before me to survive out here. Do you know much about my family? Any history I should know about? Oh, yes. Everyone around here knows quite a bit about your family. You founded the town, after all. Your family and the history of this town are completely intertwined. Your well, I'm not exactly sure how many greats that would be. Some distant grandfather of yours started the mine, which started the town. The town nearly collapsed into ruin after the collapse of 1918, and once again your family pulled it back up, and now here we are. I'm not sure what else there is to say. What do you want to know? The collapse? Like an economic collapse?
Or
We've certainly had our fair share of those, but no. There was a mine collapse in 1918. The town lost so many souls that day. Men and boys. This was before child labor laws came into effect in these parts. As if the collapse wouldn't have been a big enough tragedy on its own, there had to be children involved. Seems your family avoided most of the blame, especially since they managed to pull the town back together afterwards. Hard to remember to be angry at someone when they're the reason you have food on the table.
is it really just me and Tabitha? Why are there so few of us left?
I suppose fate is crueler to some than others. In a lot of ways, your family has been very fortunate. But the Scarlets have seen their fair share of death as well. Maybe more than their fair share.
That big house. He must have been loaded. Do you think we're still loaded? That seems tacky. So our mine is the whole reason this town exists?
I'd say so. If it fails, well, I'm not sure anybody would be able to stick around for long. That being said, I suppose everything has to end eventually. One shouldn't plan on things to continue on exactly the same forever.
Curse? Oh yeah, there's a curse for sure, right? What do you think of Tabitha?
She works too hard, but I suppose that's the burden she carries with what your family's mind to run. It can't be doing her any good, though. I'm sure that has something to do with her disposition, bless her heart.
She's clearly got more to say. She's just being polite. You can tell me how you really feel.
But nothing. I'm being honest. I worry about her health with all that stress.
Sybil is a worthy foe on the battlefield of social niceties. What do you think of Stella?
Such a ray of sunshine. Even with everything that's happened to her, she tries to smile through it all. An admirable young woman, if you ask me.
I don't see the need to ask her about her husband. She said something about marrying into the general store. I worry about the tone that might take. The two of you are interrupted by a woman jogging towards you.
Joan! Wonderful to see you as always. Have you met Ark?
Sybil. No, we haven't met.
Joan here is our resident doctor, and Ark is Vivian's kid, of course, in town for the funeral.
I put that together.
You're pretty. Nice to meet you, Joan. Oh, hey, I can watch on Thursday now. Welcome in, Ash. You heard it here first. Always smile and don't be grumpy. Thanks. Nice to meet you, Joan.
That's Dr. Kelly to you. People my son's age don't get first name privileges. How is Reese doing? Any better these days?
Dr. Kelly lets out a small, frustrated sigh. Oh, oops.
How's Reese doing? Any better these days?
Dr. Kelly lets out a small, frustrated sigh.
He's surviving. Same as usual. You know that.
Her son has a rare condition.
Do you make a habit of sharing that kind of private information with anyone who wanders into town?
Tell him Kanika says hello. I get the feeling she and Stella miss seeing him. Oh, you know, since you're here, maybe we should set them up for a visit this week. Doesn't that sound nice? I could come too.
Sybil, they're adults. We don't need to set them up on playdates. And you know how easy it is for him to tire himself out. It's not worth it. I need to get home and get him on his meds. Can't stand around talking all day.
Doctor who makes sure to hit the nerve every time she jabs you for a vaccine. Yeah, she's got Dr. House anti-bedside manner vibes. The woman starts her jog again, her pace faster than before, almost as if she's running away from the awkward interaction. She's a bit of a brusque woman, isn't she? But her heart is in the right place. Anyway, we should be on our way, too. It's not much farther now. She was right. Takes very little time to reach the Scarlet Hollow mines. A humble exterior greets you at the place that made your family its fortune. Your cousin just so happens to be at the gates, but it seems you aren't the only visitors she's dealing with at the moment. Say, I gotta go to my trainer. See you later. Catch the VOD. See ya, Scoop. Thanks for dropping by as long as you did. Much appreciated, all the same. Have a good trainer. This is ridiculous. You can't fire me for having a damn cold. There's gotta be some kind of, I don't know, rights violation. You aren't fired, Terrence. You're laid off. Cutbacks had to be made, and obviously I'm going to prioritize those cutbacks on workers who have a habit of missing shifts. I had mono. I was puking my guts out. I couldn't crawl my sorry ass into that pit, and you wouldn't have wanted me there anyway. And you only give us 3 days a year to get sick. It's a shit system. You have a note. You don't have a note from a doctor. I can't just take you at your word. If you wanted extra sick days, you could have had them with the proper paperwork. Don't forget, by not showing up, you put extra pressure on your coworkers to pick up your slack. It's not fair to them. And if you have a tendency to get sick like that, maybe you shouldn't be working in a place like this to begin with. As for your lodgings, I'll give you 2 weeks to move out. To hell with you and your damn mind and the shit house you had me living in. I'd be better off as a heap of rubble. The miner kicks the dirt in a final act of frustration, but wanders off, leaving Tabitha standing steadfast at the gates. Sybil? Ark? What are you doing here? I wanted to have a word with your cousin here, and I have some business with you as well. Though it looks to me like you're busy. I wouldn't want to impose. Why don't you drop by the tea room sometime this weekend, Tabitha? Shit, the mine has employee housing. Bad time. Yeah. Yeah, sure. I'll swing by tomorrow. Wonderful. I'll be on my way, but it was lovely meeting you, Ark. I'm sure we'll be seeing each other around town. The woman finally leaves, and you're alone with your cousin once again. Well, so much for you not intruding on my work. Come on. I guess I'll babysit you in my office. Just don't make yourself a burden, all right? I have a lot to do today. Oop. Who was that lady? I'm sure she introduced herself. Sybil. Runs the weird hippie tea room in town. Her daughter hates me. Honestly, I find her nosy and annoying, and I don't like that she's decided to come up and see you without even asking me first. It's weird. Tabitha, you're very controlling. What's all that layoff stuff about? It's nothing you have to worry about. Running a business isn't all sunshine and roses. Getting the vibe that this place started as a company town, it really does. Yeah, that's the exact same vibe I'm getting too. In fact, it's almost never sunshine and roses. Oh god, those horrible fly traps hanging from the ceiling. Ugh. I cleaned the guest bathroom.
You what? But there could have been important stuff in there. Sure, it was messy, but it's not like it was unsanitary or anything. What gives you the right to just throw things away because they look like trash to you? I don't appreciate people coming into my space and moving things around. Don't try to be helpful again, got it? It was a health hazard. It was disgusting. As if Pearl Ann used that bathroom until the day she died. And beside the sleep apnea, she was fine. Whatever. Hopefully you learned your lesson and we won't have to have this conversation again after you throw away precious family heirlooms thinking they're trash.
Girl, they were toilet paper rolls. What the hell? Tabitha, girl, you need help. Agreed. Welcome in, Schmouterkeg. Tabitha. You're gonna be on an episode of Hoarders in half a year. Tabitha clears her throat, clearly seething, but trying to cover it back up. I have to get back to work. Try not to bother me. I need to concentrate. She returns to her place behind the desk and proceeds to ignore you. As you settle in, you take in the details of her office. You're surprised to see a poster of what looks like Stella. She has apparently been banned from the mines. And her little dog, too. Stella isn't the only likeness captured on the walls of your cousin's trailer. On either side of Tabitha's desks are portraits of older people, a woman and an old-timely man. Tabitha, a house inspector would condemn your house. A shotgun hangs menacingly over the desk. Besides that, there isn't much else to see. Okay, here's the thing. I feel like she's gonna kill me if I interrupt her. Like, I'm tempted to just sit quietly and let her work, but I also feel like that's just not playing the game in some ways. We can just reload the save file. No. I live with my decisions. Okay. Do your workers only get 3 days off? Do they also get vacations, or? I don't need to discuss the intricacies of how I run my business with you. I'm the one making decisions because I'm the one who knows what needs to be done for this place to stay running, and I don't need someone who's never run so much as a startup to try to tell me how I should be operating. It's not like I can take any time off either. I'd kill for 3 days. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm just gonna let you work. You sit for a few long minutes. Tabitha taps away at her keyboard. The pleasant birdsong that you're used to hearing as the constant backdrop of Scarlet Hollow has been replaced with the distant sounds of machinery, muffled as it is by Tabitha's thin office walls. And the sounds of machinery are joined by another sound, the angry rumbling of your stomach. The PB&J was not enough to sustain you this long. You require more substantial sustenance. Hey, are you hungry? I could pick us up something, if there's a place to get food. Oh. I guess now that you mention it, yeah.
The cafeteria has a mac and cheese that I don't hate. It's the big building with the... It's the building with the big cafeteria sign on it. Try not to get lost. I don't need you falling down any mine shafts.
Do you only eat mac and cheese? How are you not, like... How do you not have scurvy? You get up, leaving Tabitha's office and once again stepping out into the fresh air. Tabitha has scurvy. The cafeteria sign is not as obvious as Tabitha made it out to be. All the gray corrugated buildings look vaguely the same. You aren't quite sure what direction you should start heading in. Get directions from a nearby group of miners. You approach the nearest group of miners. You could cut to the chase and ask them where the cafeteria is, but you are here among the miners, unsupervised. The workers, unsupervised. Scarlet Hollow would be thriving if Tabby ate an orange, right? Welcome in, sea beans. What's the harm in asking if any of them have seen anything unusual?
You got a reason to be bothering us.
Hey, I'm, Tabitha's cousin. Yeah, we know. You popped into the diner and just stared at everyone there. That townie you were with made sure we knew who you were. We don't have access to Tabby's bathroom. She should keep... We open it, it's just oranges.
How can we help?
Y'all can chill out. Just because I'm Tabitha's cousin doesn't mean I'm a snitch. Yeah, alright. Seen anything weird lately? The miners look you up and down. Weird how? Like weird animal sightings? Nope.
You been talking to that townie?
The one that boss gave lifetime paying to?
Yeah, she's like Bigfoot YouTuber or something. Her videos are actually pretty good. But, you know, now that I think about it, it's pretty weird. I haven't been seeing many animals at all lately. Used to be I'd see all sorts of critters. Now it's mostly birds.
This is your first year up here, ain't it? Just not used to all the seasons changing. All the animals are hibernating, that's all.
I don't know, she's got a point. I've been up here 5 years now, and it's never... Blah, 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 blah. What was I... Oh, God. I don't know, she's got a point. I've been up here 5 years now, and it's never been like this before.
Maybe it's the global warming then.
I think they're calling it climate change now. Weird noises coming from the woods.
Not a peep.
We're underground most of the day, though.
You know, I heard something unusual the other night. Thought it might have been an owl or something, but it didn't sound right.
It was an owl. You're just not used to the local wildlife yet.
Miners getting sick? Like, more than usual? No. Nothing like that.
I feel fit as an ox.
We have good working conditions in the mine, and our health is wholly looked after.
Okay. Do you know anything about a guy named Wayne?
Yeah, we know him. Knew him.
He was such a cut-up. Miss that dude. Maybe the basement friend is a human citrus hybrid, and she feeds on it every few days. That's the kind of crazy thinking I'm here for, Annie Danny. What happened to him? The miners shift for a moment, uncomfortably glancing at one another.
Isn't that the guy y'all said was,
He's gone. That's all that matters.
Press them. What happened to him?
Ain't our place to talk about it. Least of all, not with the boss's cousin.
So... what do y'all think of Tabitha? The miners stare at you, distrust in their eyes. Harrison chews her sandwich slowly. She, works hard. She's a good enough boss. End of story. The miners know who you are. You probably won't be able to get anything out of them. Yeah, I shouldn't have introduced myself for that. So I met this guy on the bus. Wore a beanie and a shirt that said, I went to Yeah. Yeah, he said he had some friends working in the mines up here. A lot of people wear beanies. He also talked about how he used to push joggers into the Baltimore Harbor. Does that ring any bells? None. Not a clue. Yeah, I think I'd remember someone like that. I'm looking for the cafeteria. I'm gonna do you a favor and not tell you where it is. Oh, come on, Zax. Go easy on him. I am going easy on him. The calf is slop. You're better off grabbing a bite at the diner. Only good establishment in town. Our health is wholly looked after. Sounds like a line you tell the person who's trying to bust your birching union. Yeah, for sure. I don't know. The mac and cheese is pretty decent. The mac and cheese is the only thing that's decent, and we all know why that is. Come on, let's get out of here. Our shift's about to start anyways. So much for getting a straight answer. The cafeteria remains a hidden treasure, and you remain without a map. Approach another group of miners. Well, if it isn't the boss's cousin, can we help you with something? Any of you know a man named Wayne? Starting to think the mac and cheese is a they clone Tyrone situation. Wine? You mean Sam Wine? What are you asking about him for? Wait, have you seen him? Saw him last night. Really creepy encounter, man. Oh, thank God. Everyone thought he was dead. Now, hold on. Creepy doesn't exactly sound like Wayne, does it? How do you know it was him? That's what Sybil's been calling him. Good woman. But I don't expect she'd know every mining fella in town by sight, if you'd catch my drift. Smith, you're losing me. Smith, you losing me. I'm just saying. It'd be awfully strange for Wayne to still be in town, wandering around following some stranger and not checking in with any of his buddies. Sounds to me like somebody who got sick of work and having a little fun playing hooky. The following, though, okay, yeah, that does sound a little unlike him. I thought his lady friend had him under lock and key. Just smells kind of fishy to me. Until I see him face to face, I'm not convinced whoever is calling himself Sam Wayne ain't the very reason we haven't seen hide nor hair of the man. No, there's no way. He's not. He can't be. I'm not ruling it out. If you want my theory, that girlfriend of his, he wasn't the first to catch her eye. Any one of her jilted ex-lovers could have seen them sneaking around and gotten a little hot under the collar. You catch my meaning. The miners are silent for a moment, glancing between each other nervously as they imagine the possibility. I told him not to get involved with her. I told him. Who was Wayne seeing? Whoa, now, if you don't know, there's no way I'm poking that wasp's nest. Forget we said anything. Yeah, I don't want to be next on the chopping block. Come on, don't dangle something like that. Look, I just don't want to cause any trouble. Enough people are losing their jobs as it is. I got mouths to feed. Losing their jobs, and in Sam Wayne's case, disappearing. We've already said too much. Come on, boys. As Smith and Rodriguez turn to leave, Isaacs hesitates. I'll be just a minute, guys. Your funeral, man.
I wanted to ask you something in private. I'm about to grab something from the caf, if you don't mind joining.
How serendipitous. You still don't know where the cafeteria is, but this haggard young man has, of his own accord, offered to share his wisdom with you. I was actually looking for the cafeteria.
Great. Let's walk.
You follow the hard-faced young man, an anxious energy in his step as he escorts you to the building whose cafeteria sign was definitely much smaller than Tabitha made it out to be. You line up at the steaming piles of subpar food, undoubtedly made as cheaply as possible, judging by your cousin's business practices. Still, it smells good enough, and you find your mouth watering in anticipation of the bland offerings. Okay, before we go to the cafeteria, we're at the halfway point, so we are going to run our 3-minute ad break. Grab a drink, use the restroom, do what you gotta do. We'll resume in 3 minutes. See you soon. Excuse me. That 20-year-old man is 50 years old. Yeah, for sure. Everyone here is incredibly old. It's the mines. They just do that. Mining work ages. Yeah, for sure. The Mine That Makes You Grow Old by M. Night Shyamalan. Oh, yeah. Bro got aged by the mine. Clean up after yourself, please. I love all the banned pictures of Stella and Gretchen. Do not let this woman near the mine. This dog ate my son. Buddy. Oh. Okay, bye. Okay. The executive producer is being rowdy. I'm actually going to intermission real quick. I should be back before the ads are up. I was wrong. I'm just slightly late. Okay. But we are going back to our bland cafeteria offerings.
You said something earlier about seeing Wayne.
Man's voice is quiet and nervous.
Did Tabitha see him?
Did she say anything to you about him?
I told you everything I know.
Shit. Look, Sam Wayne is... You want to get up or what? Okay. Look, Sam Wayne is a friend of mine, and he's been missing for over a week now. I seem to be the only person around here who gives a rat's ass about it. And I'd be willing to bet the last person who saw him was...
Oh, we talking about a certain young man who may or may not have caught the boss's eye?
That's Sam Wayne fellow, wasn't it?
Whatever. If anyone asks, we never talked. Got it? I want to disappear, too.
Isaacs obviously has more to say, but this isn't the time or place to coax more information out of him. Slip Isaacs your contact info. As he turns to leave, you scribble your phone number onto a scrap of paper. Hey, thanks for the help. You reach towards Isaacs and shake his hand, passing your note to him, his palm.
Don't mention it.
Is Wayne the guy in our basement? Because he's fucking Tabitha, maybe. Or maybe it's more occult than that. Who knows?
Don't mention it.
And then he's gone. Oh, what's got that kid so jumpy? It's like you never heard of a guy running off because he got broke up with before. Yeah, I skipped town over less. Oh, it's my lucky day. They got the chicken and dumplings. I don't think these guys are worth anything. I'm just going to take my food and go back to Tabitha. You step back out into the weak sunlight, clutching the containers of various beige slops, and start making your way back towards her trailer. But you don't make it far. Something stops you. A strange uneasiness, a feeling of being watched. The smell of sick flesh. I wish you could have stayed at the estate. It's dangerous here. In the clear light of day, his jacket is visible in perfect detail. This really is the Sam Wayne Isaacs was telling you about.
I think he was the man in the basement.
Or, at the very least, someone or something in his clothes. Oh, hey. Some buddy of yours was looking for you. The figure, Wayne, doesn't respond to this. Was that you in the garden this morning? You don't have to be afraid of me. I am the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety. Don't forget that. Even if it's already too late to stop what's going to happen. Yeah? Where were you when I was in the woods? Watching. I would have stepped in if you were ever truly in danger. And yet I am. I am very afraid of him. Normal human conversations. Hey, Cafe Apathy, welcome in. Cool. We're gonna walk back to Tabitha's office like that didn't just happen. This sucks. Fuck this. You casually continue on your way, returning to the hill where Tabitha's trailer is perched. Are we sure that's not Duke? He's got like goop on the side of his skull. Could be Duke. Could have had the same thing happen to him. She meets you at the door. Took you long enough. What, was there a long line? Tabitha, there's this creepy miner that keeps following me. Wayne? I don't know what to tell you. Look,
I'm sure if you ask around about him, you'll hear some rumors, especially from my employees. They like to gossip. The first rule of living in Appalachia: if you thought you saw something, no, you didn't. There was a man named Sam Wayne who worked here for a spell. Then he disappeared. It happens all the time in this line of work. People show up for a job from out of town and they disappear one day after getting paid. I don't know what happened to the man. I don't even know if he's still alive. But of course, my workers blame me for running him off. Whatever. It's easy to blame the mean boss for that sort of thing. If you've seen him around, then that's news to me, and also none of my business, as he is no longer. Your cousin's attention is suddenly drawn elsewhere. She stares past you, focusing on something in the distance. Is that Stella? How many times do I have to tell her she's banned before she understands what that means? Tabitha shuts the door as you both march your way down the hill. As you and Tabitha approach Stella, the two old-timers take notice and wander off.
Tabby! Ark! Hey! I was just
trespassing?
Well, yeah, but I have a good reason this time.
Shit, I knew we needed to look out. Oh, oop.
Shit, I knew we needed to look out.
Is there someone else talking to you through an earpiece? Kanika, is that you on the other end? Stella hastily removes her earbud, muffling the other voice.
Sorry, Tabby. It's just that Oscar's kid, Rosalina, has been missing since yesterday, and we decided to ask around and see if anybody had seen her. And while we were at it, we were also seeing if anybody had encountered these things we saw in the wood last night. Ditchlings that Sybil and I are like little mothmen foretelling doom.
Stella.
And also, there's this guy named Wayne who used to work here, and Kanika says is super creepy and sick, and...
Stella!
Yeah?
Just stop. Stop. Stop talking.
Not like I was filming or anything. I'm barely here, I promise.
You are standing right in front of me, extremely here. Why didn't you check the usual teen haunts for the kid, the Maxwell place, or the gas station, or whatever, anywhere but here, where you are explicitly not allowed to be?
I mean, it's the site of one of the worst catastrophes that ever befell the town. If there's another one coming, it makes sense, doesn't it? That's what our research pointed us to, in the least.
Our research? Who's we? You and Kanika?
Yeah, she would think something awful was going to happen up here.
Oh, wrong person. Yeah, she would think something awful was going to happen up here. She hates me and everything I stand for, and thinks this town would be some bustling utopia if I wasn't around to ruin it. When in reality, we both know it wouldn't exist without me. Whatever you're doing, you're barking up the wrong tree. So just go someplace before... Is that Kanika creeping up? Tabitha once again trails off. Both she and Stella have noticed the girl with a dark braid and glasses sneaking along the ridge.
It's Rosalina.
Oh no, that's Rosalina.
Kanika, we found her. She's heading up the hill. Up the hill? She's not heading for the old mine, is she? The one that collapsed? We'd better go after her before someone gets killed up there.
You've got to be kidding me!
No, this is great. I'll just go let her know Oscar is looking for her, and then we can get out of your hair. Bye, Tabby. See you around.
Stella hurries after the girl, disappearing over the hill. Damn it! I'm never gonna finish my spreadsheets. Nobody needs to be playing around in those mines. We better go break this up.
You can vaguely hear voices emanating from the boarded-up entrance to the old mine.
They went in? Does Stella have no sense of self-preservation?
I honestly kind of feel for Tabitha. I'm with you, Myth. Like, Tabitha's a bitch. Don't get me wrong. She is a rough person to speak to. But I don't think she's evil. I just think she's mean. I could be wrong, though. It's still very early. She doesn't strike me as evil. She just strikes me as kind of a dick. And by kind of, I mean a tremendous dick. We have to go in there, don't we? I don't like the thought of you walking around in an abandoned coal mine, but I'd rather not leave you out here unattended while it gets dark. You should be safe enough with me there to guide the way. I also agree with Tabitha. She doesn't seem evil, just mean / kind of a bitch. Overtly mean and secretly evil? Interesting. Tabitha huffs her way up to the mine entrance and disappears into the darkness. You follow her and enter the mine. Inside of the mine is warmer than you'd expect, the air thick and wet. The ceiling hangs much lower than you are tall, forcing you and Tabitha to hunch over, your legs bent in a painful squat as you begin to navigate its maze of corridors. Do you know why the entrance to this place was boarded up? Because there was a collapse hundreds of years ago that killed a bunch of people? 168 people. A man named Charles Shaw decided it was okay to use faulty wood for support struts, and the entire mine came down. It almost ruined our family. A lucky few died instantaneously, but for the most of the souls who perished here, it was slow and agonizing. Trapped under rubble and left to slowly succumb to crush injuries or burns or dehydration. Tabby's got some knowledge of the weirdness and may or may not be worried about your safety because she plans to use you as a blood sacrifice. Yeah, maybe. I wonder if it's one of those Schrodinger's things where she's evil or not depending on choices that you make as you go, since I know that this is a very branching story. Maybe there's some evil like a betrayal at House on the Hill. There are some runs where Tabitha's evil, and there's some runs where Tabitha's good. It took a week to clear out most of the rubble and recover the bodies. The few survivors who were dragged out were never the same. I can't say I blame them. What makes you so sure it was Charles Shaw's fault? It doesn't really matter whose fault it is. That's ancient history at this point. 100 years on, who cares about pointing fingers and passing blame? Everyone involved is long dead. What I care about are 168 people who climbed down to their deaths that day unaware of the hand they'd been dealt until they were literally buried by it. Eating her ice cream locked into evil Tabitha ending. Yeah, if you eat her fucking banana ice cream, she will kill you in your sleep. None of us know the price we have to pay until our debt is due. Tabitha's ruminations are interrupted by a thunderous knock echoing from deeper in the mine. The hell was that? Probably another delinquent looking for a lifetime ban from my property. Come on, came from this way. A Scarlet needs to be sacrificed, so it's not going to be me. Kills mom, marries into the family, cousin arrives. Maybe, yeah. I could see it. There's definitely some weird shit that this family is connected to in the town for sure. I don't know what it is, though. Tabitha hastens her pace and quickly disappears deeper into the mine. You take a deep breath and follow suit. The deeper you progress into the mine, the heavier the air becomes. Coal dust hangs in thick clouds around you, even though this place was abandoned over a century ago. Echoing through the tight corridors, you and Tabitha can pick up snippets of a tense argument.
Can't believe your dad sent people to follow you. That's messed up. I think that qualifies as harassment. You're right, Becca. It is messed up. I don't need him telling me where I can't be. You could at least check in so he knows you're not dead. He loves you and worries about you. He's not really asking for much. Come on, kiddos. There's some real spooky stuff going on in town right now. You shouldn't be hanging out down here. We're not kids.
Yeah, we're teens.
Well, you look like a bunch of kids to me. Are those canned strawberry margaritas? Where did you even get those?
Oh, no, I know that isn't you, Miles. That had better not be you. Yeah, whatever, it's me. What are you even doing here? Looks like we found our trespassers. Still can't believe that Stella managed to drag Kanika out here. She avoids me like the plague. Who's Kanika? She's a friend of Stella's who hates me. I don't know why. She's probably just jealous that Stella and I started spending time together, but that was years ago, so who knows? What do you think of Kanika? I think the two of us are more alike than she'd ever care to admit. I respect her, but if you ever meet her, don't tell her I said that. I wouldn't want to appear weak. Why would anyone avoid Tabby and her sunny personality, right? She seems like such a friend. Let's move on. They're close. Oh, God, there's so many of them. You breathe a sigh of relief as the tight passage gives way to a small cavern. Within, a group of teens engages Stella and Kanika in a heated argument. All of them are too caught up in the moment to notice you or Tabitha approach.
My dad is a foreman at the continuous mining facility, and he said,
Hey, Myth. Teens. There are so many people in the party cave.
My dad is a foreman at the continuous mining facility, and he said that they only abandoned this mine because there wasn't enough coal left, so it's actually really safe, and we can hang out here whenever we want. Wait, Becca, I thought your dad was a charge hand. No, Alexis. He got promoted last month.
I don't even know Wawa to hang out with. That's sad. That's what you get for being in nowhere, North Carolina, I suppose. The only place to hang out is the party mine. Oh, no.
Correction. Your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job in the morning.
What? Oh, shit. This face is the worst. I got an achievement for seeing it. Oh my God, Tabitha, don't do that ever again. That's the scariest smile I've ever seen. Yeah, it was called That Damned Smile. Get your cousin to flash her pearly whites. It's bad that I hear Party Cave and all I can think of is hunting A-ranks back in Shadowbringers, and whenever one spawned, everyone shouted Cave Rave. No, that makes perfect sense to me. Oh, I like the cool kid with the Goku pants in the back. What a dork. This guy's me, with the stoner Bugs Bunny shirt and the weed hat.
Oh, hey, Tabby and Dark. I guess you two caught up to us. So you're Tabitha's cousin. I guess I have to deal with 2 Scarlets this week. Great. Well, at least maybe you two can talk some sense into these kids. They clearly don't respect my authority. Hey, don't talk about us like we aren't here.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Alexis, don't butt in. I'm trying to make a point.
Do none of you understand what a boarded up mine entrance is supposed to mean? It means it's closed, condemned, not fit for human use.
Oh, come on. This place is way sturdy. Check it out. The teen with the beanie jumps up and slaps a strut on the ceiling.
Oh, was that the knocking we were hearing earlier?
Oh my god, Zane. Cut it out. You're embarrassing us.
I'm sorry for Zane's behavior. I don't think he realizes how extremely 8th grade it is to jump up and hit things. No offense, Rosalina. None taken. The other 8th graders are totally immature. Not like you, Rosalina. You're chill and smart, too.
Enough! The damage is already done. Now leave! I am putting my mother in the ground this week. I do not have the patience to deal with children.
I honestly feel for Tabitha right now. Fuck them kids. Yeah, these kids suck shit.
I cannot believe I actually agree with Tabitha about anything, but this is the worst place I have ever been in my entire life, and I would like to see the sun again before I die. Oh, come on, you guys. Maybe it's not a big deal. We used to do dangerous things all the time, and I still do dangerous things now. Who are we to tell them where they can't hang out?
I don't know who you think you are in this situation, Stella, but I own this mine. It is entirely within my rights to tell them to leave, much like it is entirely within my rights to tell you to leave. Was your lifetime ban from my mines not clear enough of a message for you?
Hell yeah, Tabitha. Tear the sad 20-something to shreds. Hey, I'm defending you, and I'm not sad. Where'd you get that idea? My Stella can't possibly be sad with me around. How absolutely rude. These paps need to learn some manners. Running a clickbaity YouTube channel where you run around in the woods chasing nothing is extremely sad.
I don't want the last words I hear before my death to be, yay! Stella, you're nice, but I desperately need you to learn something about responsibility. I still do dangerous things now, like getting within 50 feet of Tabitha. Tabitha tears her throat out.
So she's sad. So what? Give it a few years and you'll be sad too. The passage of time is inescapable.
Look, we just wanted to give Rosalina a good time. Her home life sucks right now. Yeah, tell them about where you have to sleep, Rosalina. We've been living in the library for the past couple of weeks. Dad says we can't stay at our house.
They got a hot plate and a couple of cots in one of the back rooms. It's actually a pretty sick setup.
No, it isn't, Zane. Rosalina deserves better.
I don't care. about your home life. If you're gonna do your underage drinking, go do it in the woods. Just get off my property. Tabitha. Look, Rosalina, I'm sure Oscar has a good reason for all of that. He's a good guy and he cares about you. He thinks our house is haunted. Oh. Wait, what? And I should care because it's a bullshit excuse. I bet he couldn't afford it anymore and he's lying to save face. What a coward. Becca, I don't think you can, say that about other people's families. Isn't that, bullying or something? Shut up, Zane. Back up. He said it's haunted? I can't believe he didn't mention it to me. I could investigate. There's no ghost, Stella. It would be cool if there was, but Becca's right. I just wish he would be honest with me and tell me what's really going on. It's like he doesn't think I can handle it, like I'm still a little kid. Oh, you're all children. Back in the day, and none of you realize how good you have it. Back in the day, each and every one of you would have been pulling 12-hour shifts in this exact mine. If it weren't for child labor laws, the 5 of you might have some actual character. Okay, Tabitha, come on now. Don't be a conservative about it. Exactly. Rosalina's not that mature anyways, and she still sleeps with stuffed animals. It doesn't mean she's not mature. I still have pork chop, you know. I sleep with stuffed animals, and I'm a 36-year-old man. That's just called having whimsy. I rest my case. I mean, kids will never clean up or throw their shit anyway. That's a great fit for Tabitha's lifestyle. Oh no, the smile's back. Wait, what do you say about child labor? I'm not going to weigh in on this. This is between you and your dad, and the two of you should talk about it anywhere that isn't here. Again, we should leave, please. I'm not going to weigh in on this. This is between you and your dad, and the two of you should talk about it anywhere that isn't here. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, if Rosalina's house is haunted, we should break in and, ghostbust it or something. Sounds pretty rad to me. Whatever gets you delinquents out of my mine. Oh my god, Zane, you can't ghost bust if there is no ghost. Also, Rosalina lives there. She can't break into her own house. There's no ghost that you know of. I bet we could figure out how to bust in if it's actually real. And if it isn't real, well, problem solved. You know, Rosalina, you could always stay over at my house until Stella ghostbusts your place. We have a finished basement with a pull-out couch. Why are we talking about this like it's a thing? It's not a thing. There is no ghost. It's not yours, it's mine. Welcome, Kaj. I don't care. And I can't believe I've wasted this much time trying to argue with children. I'm washing my hands of this and calling the cops. Feel free to leave before they show up. You hear that, Miles? We're leaving. I suggest the rest of you kids leave this empty mine before someone gets black lung or gets crushed by rocks or meets one of many terrible fates people tend to meet in abandoned mines. Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. That wasn't me, I swear. Then what was it? Come on, Stella. Didn't you have a whole list of perfectly natural explanations for scary mine noises? It's Tommyknockers for sure. I know this isn't why we came down here, but we gotta check it out. Stella, you're so fucking dumb. I didn't realize Stella was fucking stupid when we met her.
They're an old Cornish myth, named for the knocking sound you can sometimes hear in the mines right before a collapse. Some say the knocking's a warning, while others say it's the spirits themselves bringing down the mines. Stop! I mean, that's not all they do. They're sometimes just mysterious. Mischievous, not mysterious.
Stella! Nobody is going deeper into the mine. Nobody is staying in the mine. You are all leaving. These kids clearly have no respect for Kanika's authority, and Becca would do anything for Tabitha's approval short of actually listening to her. And in this unfortunate cocktail of personalities, the tremors echoing around you are the perfect distraction.
Stella and a himbo enabling each other at equals earliest possible ending. God, I need to do that.
There is no way that they're not making a break for it while the adults are fighting. You turn to see Becca and Alexis gone and Rosalina hovering anxiously in front of a small tunnel in the cavern wall. She freezes as she locks eyes with your sharp gaze.
Stop arguing, you knuckleheads! The teens are slipping away!
I'm gonna silently glare at her. I want to see what that does.
You can sense that you've already won this battle of wills. You don't need to say anything.
Sorry, guys. I'm gonna hang back.
I knew you weren't cool enough to hang out with us.
Rosalina, come on, Alexis. We'll have more fun without her.
Your little face in there.
Oh, all right. Are you kidding me? Rosalina, what were you thinking? What were they thinking? I don't know. I'm so sorry.
Unbelievable. Wow. Kanika. Maybe if you weren't still scared of the dark or whatever, you would have noticed them sneak off. I noticed them sneak off. I've been zoning out this whole time we've been here. They must have squeezed through that child-sized tunnel.
Yeah. Dang. I've always wondered where that goes, but I've never been able to get these hips through there. It's probably for the best, dear.
Stella, stop sneaking into my mines. Please, I am literally begging you. If only all the tunnels here were wide enough for adults, we could already be done with this little mess. But no, there just have to be remnants from a bygone era.
Didn't you just talk about how child labor was the good old days a minute ago?
Yeah, Kaj, in the first act, we picked 2 of 7 traits, one of which was street smart, which you saw a little bit in effect earlier, where we can read people in shitty situations quite well. And the other one that we picked was talk to animals. So we can speak to dogs. She's a 17-year-old pug. And she is a delight.
I was just trying to get you to leave my mine.
Becca shouts back from the other side of the tunnel. And that talking coyote was just this talking dog. Hello, Homer. Find your soulmate. Becca shouts back from the other end of the tunnel. We are not about to let you come in here and ruin our good time. The mine is safe. I've been here 1,000,000 times. Yeah, if Becca says we're safe, then we're totally safe. Also, sorry, Rosalina, I'll see you tomorrow. Whatever. Come on, Alexis. I know a cool spot this way.
Okay, I think I know where that tunnel rejoins the rest of the mines. I'll go look for them. And I want each and every one of you to take note of the fact that I am doing that. If those idiots get themselves lost and died, I am not letting their families sue me into the ground.
Are those really your priorities right now?
Yeah. Do you have a problem with that? I want the rest of you out of my mind. Except for you, Ark. I'm not letting you out of my sight.
Yeah, sure. I could never fit in that tunnel anyway. They have crossed a barrier that I cannot, so my time here is up. But only because Stella promised me a ghost hunt tomorrow.
Whatever. Still have to do my dailies anyway, and the service down here sucks. What about you, girl?
Are you sure you don't want me to come along? Maybe I could help you get Becca and Alexis to leave.
Don't make me ask you twice!
They'll be fine, Rosalina. I think your dad would kill me if we let you stay down here any longer. Okay. Can I at least wait outside? Yeah, we can wait outside together.
No. You are not about to weasel your way into this, Stella.
I love her fucking puppy eyes. Oh, come on, Tabby. I've been down here a ton. I can totally help out.
Tabitha sighs. There's no getting rid of you, is there? Fine. I won't waste my time arguing.
I am not getting in the middle of this.
I don't want to, like, fucking chide anyone. And I'm also not gonna abandon these children. And I'm not gonna complain about having to come along. So I'm just gonna say, yeah, let's do this. All right, let's do this. Sure. Let's not linger any longer than we have to, shall we?
Want me to take Gretchen with me? I don't know if it'll be easier to cover more ground without her.
Excuse me! I am a formidable and self-sufficient monster hunter companion.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. I don't want to repeat of last night. Who knows if we'll have to do any climbing. I'll see you on the other side. Hopefully soon. Sure, we won't be too long.
Cool. Can't wait to bust some ghosts tomorrow.
Tell Alexis I'm sorry.
Kaniha, Miles, Zane, and Rosalina head towards the entrance of the mines, leaving you, Tabitha, and Stella to find the remaining teens. All right, no dawdling. We should be able to catch up with them if we go this way. You and Stella exchange a glance as Tabitha ventures forward. Venture deeper into the mines. As the three of you move deeper into the mine, you hear echoes of conversation bounce across the walls.
Becca, why are we doing this again? I thought you thought Tabitha was, like, really cool. Why are you trying to get her all mad?
We're doing this because Tabitha is really cool. She doesn't let anyone boss her around, and we can't just let her boss us around.
Oh, you hear that, Tabby? Someone thinks you're cool.
I can't believe she used to hang out with a nobody like Stella.
Hey. I don't know. I think Stella's kind of cool. I like that River Runner video.
Oh, come on. She doesn't even have a sponsor. What kind of YouTuber doesn't have a sponsor?
I mean, not yet, but I'm in talks with Meat Rice, and I make plenty from ads and donations.
How does it feel to have a teen girl think you're cool, Tabitha? I feel nothing about it. The opinion of children don't interest me.
I don't know. You kind of hesitated for the Raid Shadow Legends. Hi, we're here with the Skunk Ape, sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
I love that Kaj and Danny went both in the same direction with completely different companies.
I don't know. You kind of hesitated there.
You're reading into things that aren't there, Stella. Just because your livelihood revolves around what people think of you doesn't mean that I care what people think of me. Congratulations on your sponsor, though. Dang, Stella, meat rice? That's a big deal. They're like on every podcast.
Thank you. Thank you. Feels like a really big step for the channel. I just wish Becca hadn't said all those things she said tonight.
Fuel your cryptid hunting with meat rice. I mean, she's a teen, Stella. I'm surprised that you don't have thicker skin about this, Stella. You've never struck me as someone who let other people's opinions bother you. If you did, I wouldn't have tried so hard to keep you off my property. Well, I know you don't mean it. Meat rice sounds like the worst way to describe so many dishes. And yet, so many delicious dishes. I do love meat and rice. Agree to disagree. I'm just glad they're not gossiping about me.
Yeah, I know they're just teens, but some of that stuff stunk.
Another knock. Closer. Interrupts your thoughts. Followed by another. Followed by another.
It's just me, or is that knocking coming from the same direction as those kids?
It's not just you.
I really don't like that knocking.
Calm down, Alexis. It's just mind sounds.
Did you see that?
No. It was just a shadow. There's no reason to get freaked out.
Becca, I swear, I saw something.
Shut up! There's nothing down here. Stop trying to scare me. We're getting closer. Let's keep moving. As you progress deeper into the mine, the knocking grows more frequent. It's still distant, but it's much louder than before. The teens learn about the buried. The tunnel ends abruptly in front of you. A century-old ladder is the only way forward. In the darkness beyond, you can still hear the echoes of the terrified teens, their panicked arguing bouncing down the pitch-black corridors.
Becca, we need to leave. This isn't fun anymore.
This is plenty fun. I bet you're only saying that because you want to hang out with that dorky crush of yours. She's just an 8th grader.
Becca, this isn't about Rosalina. I know you can hear that knocking.
And here we are. The tunnel they crawled through passes through the chamber below, and it sounds like they're still down there.
I've never been this far in.
Congratulations, Stella. You got what you wanted. Tabitha crawls up to the ladder and disappears over its edge.
All right, let's do this.
Stella hoists herself over the edge and begins the climb down. Follow them down into the pit. You walk to the ladder and climb down. Hi, kids. Oh, great. The adults are here. Thanks, Alexis. Real nice. You don't need to say anything. Becca has already lost control of the situation. Becca, what are you doing? What are you talking about? I'm just trying to get somewhere I can be myself, where people like you won't bother me.
Can't we do that somewhere else?
Stop being literal children, and maybe your parents won't need to find out that any of this happened. Tabitha is covering her own ass here. She does not want anyone to know about tonight's adventure. Whatever. It's not cool to be down here anymore. Not with the olds around. I'd kill to go a little deeper right now, but I guess we should count our wins and set a good example. As Becca and Alexis move towards the ladder, the black chamber before you draws your focus. The voices around you, Those of the teens and your companions sound odd, distant. Step forward. There is something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it. Walk towards it. You don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest. A desperate need to perceive and be perceived. Wrap yourself in the darkness of the pit.
Hey, are you all right, Ark?
Bear witness. What do you think you're doing? Get away from there! Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber.
Ark! Tabby! Are you all right? Oh, thank God you're alive. It looked like you had a seizure or something, and then you and Tabby just conked out.
Hell yeah, the void! Let's go! I'm fine. Ugh.
You can barely open your eyes. You're not fine. Neither of you move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourselves while you're still recovering from whatever that was. I'm getting the kids out of here, and then I'm gonna come get you both some help. I'll be back soon, I promise. Don't die on me, all right?
You fade back out of consciousness as your companion clambers out of the pit, intent on your rescue. You raise up on your elbows, head still swimming from the visions, your surroundings coming back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues, now magnitudes more intense than ever. God, that knocking is not helping my headache. What the hell just happened? That knocking's getting closer. We're leaving. The entire cavern shakes with the sound of rockfall. I don't know what the hell is up with the knocking, but that is the sound of a mine collapse. Quick, up the ladder! Climb like hell. This way, come on! You said that bus friend was like Todd from BoJack, but honestly, I think Stella might fit that personality better. Yeah. Your cousin moves with the kind of swiftness you'd expect from someone who spent her entire life working in and around coal mines. Follow her. You push your body to move as quickly as it can, though you're slowed by the cramped corridors and winding passageways of the mine. Then comes the sound of splintering wood. You pick up the pace. The entrance is so close. Push through. And there it is. Freedom. You and Tabitha manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down.
Holy shit, you're okay. Thank God. And everyone is accounted for. That was a surprisingly close call. We could have all died in there. What did you weirdos do? Everything was fine until you adults showed up. Becca, shut up. What did you just say to me? I said you should shut up. I'm sick of your two-faced bullshit. They didn't almost get us killed down there. You did. And now you're trying to pass it off on whoever else you can. It's just the cherry on top of this whole shit show of a friendship. I'm not really in a good headspace for this conversation. I could have died in there. Why are you doing this to me? No, enough. No playing the victim this time. Being friends with Rosalina has made me realize how horrible you are to me. Friends aren't supposed to be mean to each other. Friends shouldn't be scared of each other. I never wanted to go into that stupid mine. It was your idea, and we could have died. If these grown-ups hadn't show up, we could have been buried alive in there in that stupid little tunnel, drinking stupid strawberry margaritas in a can.
Screw all of you!
Should we go after her? No. Let her have her little tantrum. Did that feel good, Alexis? Finally telling her off? Yeah, I guess. She's gonna be so mad at me. She probably won't talk to me for like a week. Maybe a month. Maybe the rest of my life. It's okay, Alexis. We don't need her. What do we do now? Now I drive you two home. I've already texted your parents, and I'm sure they're worried sick about you.
Rosalina and Alexis duck off to the side as an exhausted Tabitha approaches your group. Alexis deserved to pop off there. Good for her. I'm going to get my car, and then we're going home.
Tabby.
Tabitha leaves towards the active mind without another word, and you're afforded a quiet moment to catch up with Stella and Kanika. Your vision. There was a stone carving on the wall of that pit. It gave me some sort of vision. I saw what happened to this place.
Are you sure you didn't just hallucinate it? You were at the bottom of an old mine. I don't know, Neeks. You weren't down there. Ark and Tabby had, like, simultaneous seizures next to a creepy stone carving. It was like something out of a movie.
We dodged a bullet tonight, didn't we?
Yeah. Thank God you noticed them sneaking off.
What happens now?
It looks like Tabitha's back. I'd better drive these kids home.
Come on. Let's get back to the estate. It's been a long day and I need it to be over.
I'll see you tomorrow, okay, Ark?
Tomorrow? You have already ruined my evenings on 2 consecutive nights, Stella. What do you think you'll be doing with my cousin tomorrow?
We're going ghost hunting at Oscars, remember? We talked about it in the mines. You were there.
I didn't think you were serious. Fine. If we're gonna keep running into each other, we might as well all have an open line of communication. I don't have Stella's number, so Ark, you should make sure you do. I'll give Stella my number, but not for whatever this is. I just want to make sure I don't miss tomorrow's ghost hunt. My privacy! Oh, sure. You give Stella your contact info.
Don't worry, I'll only use this newfound power when it's truly urgent. Like inviting you over for breakfast.
Keep me posted on what she's doing. Let me know if that ghost hunt actually happens.
It's weird that you care about what she's doing so much. Clearly, I have to.
Come on, let's go. Tabitha starts walking towards her car, pulling you by your arm. Your phone buzzes as she drags you. It looks like Stella has already set up a group chat with you and Kanika. I'll text you when we're back. Tabitha trying to wingman in her own awful way. Maybe if they're busy hooking up, they'll leave Tabitha alone. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You try to keep an eye on the surrounding wilderness as she drives, wary of what may lurk behind the tree line. At least everyone's okay. There are a lot of parents who should have kept tighter reins on their kids. I never got into any trouble like this when I was a teen, and I've Pearland to thank for it. Hated it at the time. That strictness paid off. Ugh, what am I telling you this for? You can tell me stuff. I'd like to know more about you. And about Pearland, for that matter. Maybe later this week. I don't have the energy to get into it right now, but I think I'd like that. You're right. There are a lot of adults who should have done a better job tonight. Exactly. People who aren't ready to be parents shouldn't be parents. And clearly there are some parents who aren't ready. I mean, there were just a lot of failures all around by multiple people. I'm not specifically talking about that, but okay, Tabitha, go off, I guess. Take the librarian. There are tons of people more qualified to be parents who can't even conceive, and here he is having a kid at 19 and clearly letting her do whatever the hell she wants. It's not fair. Do you want kids? Seems like that struck a nerve. Lots of people want kids. I'm sorry about today. It's fine. How are you holding up? I've been better. I don't appreciate being dragged off like that. It's been a long day, Ark. Are you really gonna make a fuss about me bringing you back to the estate? Fine. Ride in silence. Your eyes wander back to the tree line as you and Tabitha sink back into silence. Tabitha's look is such a problem because she constantly just has me going, why is Julia Trophy being so mean? Yeah. She really does have the look like Julia vibe. I think she was on the tier list that they did that one stream. But I am continuing to enjoy the hell out of this game, so I hope y'all are as well. That does bring us around to the end of everything. Leave me a good review of Scarlet Hollow on Steam and a bad review of Scarlet Hollow on TripAdvisor. Perfect. Thank you all for being here. Everybody who hung out in chat. I really appreciate it. I'm having a great time with this game. I hope y'all are having a great time with it as well. We are having a bonus stream this weekend. Outside of our normal time. I mentioned this at the top of the stream, but I am doing a charity fundraiser stream this Sunday, 9 hours long, playing the game Nine Souls from 9 a.m. Pacific time to 6 p.m. Pacific time, and we will be raising money for the Alzheimer's Foundation of America. So I hope you might be able to join me then for some period of time then, but we'll be doing a fun marathon stream to also celebrate my 1 year of streaming anniversary and all of that stuff. But yeah, hope to see you there. And yeah, I will talk to y'all at a later date. Goodbye, everybody. Have a lovely Thursday afternoon and evening and whatever it is for you at the time. Goodbye. Fare thee well. Hey, if you stuck around to the end of the video, I just wanted to say thank you, and I hope that you enjoyed. If you want to help support me in making more of this, you can follow me on Twitch, where I stream these live. Like, comment, and subscribe. I suspect you all know how this works by now, but it really does help a lot. Thanks.